Grinders, you know who it is, your boy Pokeringer, back on the grind, back on the road to 3K challenge. Guys, here's a quick look at the graph. I've played 845 games so far in this challenge. I've always shown you the final tables. This one I want to show you, we just won another one. I just want to show you the road to the final table. Ran pretty hot early. It just happened, but a lot of times I only show you the final tables. So this one here, I started at the 12, but look at the bankroll. If you pause and look at it real quick, I'm starting the bankroll at 1482, and look, I'm showing you that I just won another game. So it's going to be 2 games that you guys haven't seen yet that I won. I'm not showing that one, but I was on a downswing. I've explained this many times, but the wins in Grand Tour are really what's going to help your bankroll. So you're going to have a lot of buy-ins and your bankroll is going to constantly go down lower. And then, especially if you go on a long stretch, I showed my graph yesterday at the end of the video. I took a beating yesterday. So get these couple wins to get back to on track is very, very helpful. One thing I told you guys, I was going to open my chest at the end of the month there, or towards the end of the month of my birthday. I had 3 chests saved, if you guys remember, on the last video. I asked Pokerstars on Twitter, how long does it take to, how long can I keep them before they expire? And I was trying to load something and it kept not opening. Anyways, they didn't understand what I was asking. They thought my chests weren't actually opening, and they went in my account and opened them for me and said, don't worry, we fixed the problem, you have your chests are open. Which is fine. I got all the coins from it, but I never actually got to save them. So they were trying to help me out, and I probably did a bad job trying to describe what I was looking for. But I am going to save them now because I know they're good for 30 days. So this is my first one from November 1st. So on the 22nd, we'll open up, see how many chests I get going, see what we get. So back to the game here, guys. So this is from the $12 limit. Pocket nines, paying attention right where it matters. I think we get it all in here. Easy call from us. I'm pretty sure it's a good call. I might have went to review hands. So guys, I'm going to start having a lot of these tag review hands. I downloaded Izemizer or whatever. I don't know how to say it, but a training tool that I plan to use it this winter. I messed around with it for literally 5 minutes. I couldn't really figure it out that much. My plan is there's a 1 week free trial. Here's 3-4. We went all in. If you looked at all the blinds, I think we got some bounties there. We got 2 bounties, yeah. So we ran really hot here at the starting. That play made sense, so with how shallow everyone was, for me just to ship with any 2 cards is what I was doing. Anyways, my plan is to study down the road, and I don't know if this is like a hack, but what I was thinking, let's say I save like 100 hands to review and I have it free for 1 week. A lot of those spots are going to be repetitive. So I was thinking of putting all my hands in the recorder, in Izemizer, record my review sessions, and then I wouldn't really have to buy it. But I still think it would be a very useful tool. My thing is just I only want to buy it if I can use it a lot, and the more I study would be a bit less from grinding. So, but I do think it would take me to the next level. So we win that one there. Sorry I didn't break that game down that much from rambling. We'll pay attention now. That game was really straightforward. We got the cards when we needed to, and I think we ran hot in this one too. But you'll see at the graph yesterday that a lot of the games that I don't make to the final tables and I don't win, you just don't run the best. It's just why you rifle off a whole bunch of them. And think about the $12 games. You play 10 games, it's $100, right? So you go on a 20 game losing streak, or you win, 1 game, you get to 25, so you lose. You go into a lot of streaks like that. As far as I remember, this took a couple of minutes to get going. So good thing is I can fast forward this, yeah. Okay, so here's a friend of the channel, Jack. I think I said hi to him. He's a friend that I see quite a bit at the tables. So we decided to call 9-5 suited. I think that's an okay call to defend there, try to see a flop. Hoping the big blind doesn't jam, but he did. Guys, smash the like button, subscribe. We're still getting a lot of views, but not too many likes. So if you press the like button, it will help the channel grow. Help me get a little bigger here. Oh, a shout out to, if he's watching, Crotch Sniffer is his username. He sent me $10 yesterday from Pokerstars saying that he's been watching the videos and it's helped him a lot, and I said he wanted to buy me a beer, and then out of nowhere I had $10, like an email saying a guy sent you $10. So I wanted to say thank you to him, and I'm glad he likes the videos. Very nice guy. I've seen him quite a bit on the tables. So $10 of my bankroll challenge is from him, so shout out to that guy. Here I just decided, if this guy's, I labeled aggressive, he's a 40 player. I wanted to play this hand super strong and try to stack him. Obviously sometimes he's going to have better aces, but I wanted king, queen, king, jack, any hearts not to fold. I think if I just flat that, if I just call in that flop, he's going to check back most turns. So he's going to get the turn and river for free. So I just decided to play that really aggressive, and hopefully that he had a chunk of it, and try to get it all in there. A lot of the plays you see me take doesn't mean I take it the same time every time in that spot. It's kind of the feel for the game, what I think of the opponent, the little information I have. Same thing here. Both these guys very aggressive. So here, some people go to Value Town, but this guy's going to have a lot of 2 pairs in that, and sometimes we'll just have the 10. So the fact that we have 10 king, they decided to go for the bounty. When you go for the bounty too, a lot of times it looks bluff heavy, because if people are bluffing, sometimes they go all in. If I only bet 4 or 5, I'm kind of screaming that I got a 10. So I was kind of hoping he'd be stubborn with 2 pair, or just had the 10. Now I'm showing you and waving it on him that he's low stacked there, that I have 40 big blinds is what I'm trying to point out, that I can go all in here. Look, I just shipped it under the gun. I think I went to review here. I don't know if I'm supposed to ship any 2 cards there, but I thought with our chip lead that it was the right play. But it's definitely aggressive. But I'm really trying to go after the bounties and go after those jackpot bounties. If you didn't know, guys, a guy named Orange Devil, I might have his name wrong, he just won his 2nd Grand Tour jackpot. Now he is a regular player, and as far as I know, is a solid player. He won 1 jackpot for 27,000 maybe a month or 2 ago, and he won one this weekend for 31,000. So it's his 2nd Grand Tour jackpot, so that's pretty crazy. But it is nice to see that the regular grinders can win them, and not just someone who just shows up and plays a couple. So he is putting out a big volume. So it's pretty awesome to see someone getting that lucky there. But hopefully one day will be our time to have the same kind of story. If you're new to the channel, I've played a huge volume of spin-a-goes. I honestly think it's around 50,000 games if you count Party Poker and Pokerstars, and I'm waiting for my big jackpot, big cash-in kind of day. And we're in the few thousand. I'd probably say we've played a good 3,000 to 5,000 games, I think, of Grand Tour. I'm not positive. Okay, we're getting somewhat shallow here. Okay, we're down to 3 people. I put purple for the 25s. I was doing that for a while. I don't always do it, but so sometimes you'll see me tag hands in that spot. So I know 5-7's a fold there, but I might start just putting tag in those spots to see what my calling range is. Like here, I called here and I reviewed it. I am ahead, but it's not so much always that I know if I'm supposed to call in my hand, but it's a spot that I want to study. So it's going to show me maybe ace-5 suited was the right play, but I want to know, is ace-2 going to be the right play in that hand? Is it going to be any broadways like king-queen, king-queen? So I just want to have a whole bunch to review. So I'm either going to learn how to use the program myself, or I'm going to try to hire Nick from OP Poker, see if I can get him to either do a video with me or just coach me, or somehow I'm going to try to get some information down the road here. So today's November. I'm thinking in December I should hopefully have some time between December and January and then I want to get into some studying, and hopefully that will really increase our win rate. If you are a full-time player or have a lot more time, I highly suggest you do some kind of training. But watching these videos is a form of training too, depending on your skill level. We're heads up to a friend of the channel. So same thing here. Some people raise all their aces. I decided to limp in here. 13 big blinds. A chart would tell you to call there. In my eyes, ace 3 off there. Depending on your opponent, you can almost wait for a better spot. I don't find him overly aggressive, so 13 bigs with ace 3 would be pretty close. It's just so hard when a chart tells you you're supposed to call 20 bigs, but I just think people, you're just praying that he has the king queen, and a lot of people don't jam like king queen, king jack. They're not just jamming that 13 bigs unless they're already an aggressive player. Okay, here I decided to raise. A lot of people watch the channel, as I know he does, and they see me bluffing these spots, so you don't want to always be bluffing spots that, the exact same kind of boards. A lot of times they're going to float call you there. If you had like, I don't know, 10 jack, king queen, stuff like that, any ace, they might just jam you there. Sometimes he's going to have you beat, but I didn't want really a free card. To some people it screams that you have a 5, because 7s won't usually jam you there, or whatever the trip was. But I do take different lines in the same spot, so especially when I know I play people and they know my videos. And the spin and goes, I used to raise a lot of those exact same spots with any 2 cards I had. So here I felt weakness, and I think I did an overbet here. Doesn't make sense for him to check it the whole time and do a hero call. So it is 3 just to win 2 chips, but I figured my 10 high is not good enough. King 2, you could jam it there. It is a slight jam, but I decided to not jam, and then I get punished for it. But it is a jam in that spot. Pocket jacks. I think this is the hand where Jack got unlucky here. I think he fought pretty big. I decided just to check our trip jacks, which a lot of people don't when there's one card straights, but he's down to nothing, and I really wanted to try to get it all there. A lot of people raise here, they scare him away. I took the chance, and then he jammed, we snapped called. He had 2 pair. Unlucky for him, but I think it's not rocket science how to play strong hands there, and knowing that on the turn he had 2 pair, but obviously we didn't know that. He could be bluffing still, right? So some people are so paranoid of getting bad beats that they raise with monsters. So now we're at another final table here, guys. Bankroll is at 1500 there from our knockouts. This one took a couple minutes to get going, so I'm going to try to speed us up here so this video is not super long. Yeah, sometimes these tables. So I might have showed you guys here the guy who won the 31k. It's pretty crazy. You can look on Twitter. I tweeted it. I'm starting to be a little more active on Twitter. If you want to follow me, starting to get on there. And I just joined OP Poker has a Discord. I'm new to what Discord is. It's like I'm probably not even the best to describe it. Right off the bat, we lose one first hand. So we're down to 3 people, guys. Discord is like a chat room of sorts that you follow people, and then I don't know, you just get a chat about stuff. So I'm following OP Poker, and they have many different rooms in there, like a spin and go room, an overall general room, but I follow it for the Grand Tour room. So it's people in there just kind of talking about Grand Tour, and you can post your results. I posted the win before this on there, just trying to meet people, ask questions, stuff like that. It's just a nice helpful community of people that like to play what we like to do. Okay, back to the final table. This was quite the battle as far as I remember. This guy here on the left there, he was putting me in a lot of spots, and you guys can add this to your own game. I frown upon it, but I limped there. I'm starting to really try to mix in some limps a lot more frequently. You can really open up your full range there. It's hard to play against because they constantly get to see more boards. Like here, I stab at it. By limping all the time on the button three-handed, so many people from the big blind don't raise you enough, so you get to see so many flops. And if you do it with your strong hands or weak hands, it can be tricky. Now, mind you, you're not going to steal a lot of big blinds and the blinds like that, but I definitely see a lot of people doing it more, and so here was a strange bet, but little other than a bluff, we're no good. Second I checked that turn, I showed weakness too, so the heart got there, the 5 was there, the ace was there. Could have already had a like 2-3 lucky straight or something. As you can see, he's limping on the button. I caught him earlier, and my note was that he limps with strong hands. Then I just started, it takes a while to learn. He limps with his full range, so a couple times I wanted just to put him in check, but I never had like even hands that I want to marginally do that with. That if he limps the small blind calls, I wanted to raise like 3.5 or 4 big blinds and try to take it down. But you want to do it with some hands, at least have some flop. They flop pretty well multi-pot in case they both call. 7-2, easy fold. So I think I made a note. I don't know if you guys can see that because I'm making a note on him right now. Because I think my video picture's there, but I wrote that limps with strong hands, checks if misses. If he gets to see me, that's my note on you. Like I said, guys, the HUDs aren't a must, but when you do have it, I do look at some of the stats, but the stats can backfire. You got to use it wisely. So here, another hand, I did decide to bet with the goods for Value Town because the 7s aren't really so much in my range, me being on the button there. So he's going to float a lot of the times there. Even if he has a pair, he doesn't just put me on a straight. So in that sense, you want to build up the pot as much as you can. Here, I definitely could have called, but he hasn't been raising. And he went 3.5, so the fact that he hasn't been raising much and out of nowhere is a big raise. I'm going to tighten my range in that spot of what I can call him with. So that type of board is going to be more in my range than his, so I decided to double barrel here, which a lot of people tell you not to when the board doubles up. But I'm really trying to put on the pressure in that spot. Here, I'm showing you, I'm rubbing him that I'm planning to call if he was to jam us. The question is, if he would have jammed there, would I come over top and jam over top of him? I think I would have to, because it'd be very rare for that small blind to limp there in that spot and call 2 all-ins. So I think I would have to go after the bounty there and hopefully I'm not getting trapped. So this is the advantage of limping there in these spots. I just got to do a very small stab at it. If he jammed me, I think we still call, knowing that if he jams, he's not probably overly strong. But if he just did 3 or 4 big blinds, it would kind of suck, but we'd still have to call with the backdoor draw there. And knowing that he himself could have a heart draw. That's an awesome flop, guys, and you'll see I took the lines in this path today when I have it just to bet it. A lot of people aren't going to put your trip 2s here. I was really hoping this guy, I'm trying to show you, I think if he has a 3, we're lucky. But people even with like a 4 or 5, if he had 5, 6, even 2 overcards and an inside straight, they might just jam it there. They a lot of times going to put you on a 3 and they'll just try to get you off it. So I decided to take the aggressive line there. Obviously when it doesn't work out, you're wishing you checked it, but here the short stack doubled up, which I was excited because you guys know me, I want all the bounties. So my overall assessment, the guy on the left here who's all in, I'm leaning more towards he's a rookie player, but I'm not positive. It's one of those things, he could actually be really good, but I still think he's a rookie, but he could be a shark. It's I need to play him a couple more times to see more of the hands he's doing in what spots. But I'm leaning towards more that he doesn't play too often, or at least is not too experienced. But I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. Guys, put in the comments, when do you think I will finish this challenge, if at all? I'm putting it out there. I didn't put a timeline. I was hoping I'd have it done by this winter. I'm now changing my mind that I want to be done it by December 1st. Do you think I could do it by then? Will I do it sooner? These downswings happen, man. I was just on a miniature one right now. If I didn't get these 2 wins, the bankroll was just above 1,300. So like, it adds up quick. So feel free. You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you think I'm gonna lose it all. But I'm curious what you guys think, those who've been watching for a long time, anyone new. Started off on October 24th with $300. It is now November 2nd, and we'll see the bankroll after this. So we had a big stretch here of not getting any hands here. That mouse is not me, if you haven't figured that out yet. That's me trying to put them on hands. He jammed me, I folded there. It's one of those spots there, so it's one of the ones I would have liked if I would have went review. Assuming I made the right call, but I would like to know what hands I should be calling in that spots. Like what the bottom of my range should be. I think like Queen 8 and higher would probably be okay, Queen 9. Because the bounty, I had him covered, so I'd get a bounty if I hit. So I can't stress this enough too, guys. I was looking a lot at how many hands we had left. Here is an easy call. A lot of times you're behind, but you're way too strong to fold here, in my opinion. So we flopped huge here, guys, and we held up after the flop. So here's a spot, if you're not jamming any 2 cards, like if I have 2-7 here, for 2 bounties, they're both under 2 big blinds, you have to jam in that spot no matter what cards I got. I knew no matter what I was going all in to go after both bounties. And there's the king, guys, for a double knockout for the 12th win of the challenge. Double knockout, baby. So they're both blue, nothing we can do about that. I'll pause so we can quickly review it. So that's our 12th win of just this challenge alone. So it says, started at 12, we won $235, $154 of our own bounty, only $80 in bounties. I'm gonna press play here. I showed you a couple of things here as the video was ending. So I showed you the new bankroll is $1,717, so roughly what I left you guys last time. I wanted to show you guys the graph of the challenge so far, but I also showed you here was how bad we ran yesterday. So here we lost over 20,000 in chips. Look how ugly this is, and I was losing the entire day. I just couldn't get it going, and we played 92 games. So you're going to go on huge losing streaks, and if you think about 92 games, if you're playing for $10, adds up awfully fast. So quick little recap for you guys, and I'm gonna go back to showing you more just the final tables. I find that a little more interesting, but a lot of you guys ask, how do I get there? So here I was just showing some graphs and stuff like that. Like always, guys, hit me up in the comments, press that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.